Good afternoon, Bravehearts. I'm Dr. Darrell Wolf. I'm coming from the Braveheart Nation studios. And let me ask you a question. If you had perfect circulation, what would that give you? I'll tell you what it would give you. It would give you perfect health. And we're going to be talking about the cardio MedBed today. And today I have Marie on, and Marie has almost 30 years experience in the cardio MedBed. We're going to explain where it came from, what it does, and why there's nothing on the market that can actually do this. Oh, trust me, we're coming out with great breakthrough energy medicine devices, but guess what? There's nothing like the power of contraction, okay? And we're talking about the cardio MedBed that actually, you know what? It's the most powerful workout you can ever have. It can reverse ED, erectile dysfunction. It can actually take somebody that has to go to surgery, supposedly has to go to surgery for heart surgery, okay? Because they have such a bad blockage in their heart, and within 35 to 40 hours of being on the cardio MedBed, they have a whole brand new set of arteries, and that's even if they didn't do the perfect day diet. They didn't do any non-surgical. And this has already been proven in hospitals. And guess what? So what we've been doing is for the last 2 years is we've been getting these cardio MedBeds that can cost up to $250,000 and taking them from the hospitals and then refurbishing them. But they don't need much because most of these hospitals have never used them because the cardiologists would refuse to use them because guess what? In lots of cases, they could be out of a job. Now, you think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. I am not kidding about this. That is the power of the cardio MedBed. But it's not just that. It's neuropathy. It's kidney problems. It's digestive disorders. It's lung problems. It's everything to do with circulation from your nose to your toes. And this is not what people don't understand it. We're going to show you today from the cardio MedBed room, because where Braveheart Nation Studios is, we have a clinic attached to this, and then we have another clinic that's at the DoD 5-star house where people come to stay from all over the world. Okay? So today I have Marie, and we're going to be talking about the cardio MedBed, and I'm going to let her give her thoughts on what she has learned over the past almost 30 years. Hi, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for having me on your show again, and it's always a pleasure to learn from you because your realm of how do I say this? What you are doing, what Braveheart is doing, is bringing awareness to this device and taking it to a level that was never possible when it was in the doctor and hospital environment. Your clinicians, and certainly you, Dr. Wolf, your passion for this device has taken it to such a different level that now we are actually able to see and hear from patients and from your clinicians where this therapy is taking us. And this is a really exciting time to be in this space, and we're learning from you more than we've ever learned from our doctors. And again, as you say, if you could have perfect circulation, and that is really the key to really the fountain of youth. Circulation is the fountain of youth. You have so much going on in your body, and as you're aging, it only becomes slower and slower and slower. It doesn't improve. It doesn't get faster. But this device, for whatever reason, helps reverse some of the aging that we've done to our bodies. As we age, we can't run fast enough. We can't work out fast enough. We can't lift weights fast enough. We don't have the hours in the day to work out the way that we need to be in the health that we need to be. We're not in the hunting and gathering phases of our history where you had hunters who would sprint for miles and miles to catch their food, correct? And they were in great health back then because they got that exercise. we're sitting around in front of our computers all day long, and we are just not moving the way we need to. 1 hour on this device gives you a 3-mile jog workout, which means that as you are using this device, each day that you are using this device, the outcome and the success of your results will be cumulative. It just one day after another, you're opening up little collateral passageways day after day after day. And pretty soon you've got clarity in your brain because you have some passageways that are opening up and you're getting oxygenated blood to those starved areas of your body, starved areas of your heart, starved areas of your extremities. Your feet won't be tingling and cold. You may experience,
Better
your
digestion.
dysfunction may go away.
Yeah.
Lots of wonderful things.
If I can say this, I'm going to back up a little bit. So when Marie was talking about 1 hour on this is like a 3-mile jog, understand something. Cardio MedBed is the most powerful workout that you can do on the planet, and all you have to do is lay there. Most people fall asleep. You heard what I said. They fall asleep. Okay? And understand, Cardio MedBed is also one of the fastest way to get rid of cellulite. It's also one of the fastest way to lose weight. It's also the fastest it is the fastest way to get rid of lymphedema. Come on, guys, lymphedema. When your lymph slows down, varicose veins, okay, neuropathy, how about joint pain, okay? And what we don't understand is, take a look at most people out there, you know when you're starting to go downhill because you know what? You don't pee like you used to, you don't poo like you used to, and understand something. The Cardio MedBed helps with your elimination, your digestion, okay, and your assimilation of your nutrients. It's always been about circulation. And I'll tell you something, this week alone, because of what we do, we pull these out of these hospitals or medical centers where they're not getting used. And when I tell you, a lot of them they're in mint condition as if they look brand new, okay? And the reality is they paid up to $250,000, and guess what? We are making them brand new, 2-year warranty, and we're selling them for $35,000 to our practitioners or people who want to be practitioners because we give a $10,000 training with every Cardio MedBed. Look at my objective. It's just my own personal thing, everyone. I am creating what we call BHN, Braveheart Nation, Power Pack clinics all over the world. We've already done 30 of them, 30. And whether you believe this or not, we're at a bit of a crisis point. All good things kind of come to an end, okay? We're not sure, but we think we've got maybe about a dozen of these Cardio MedBeds out there that are still in mint condition. And the reality is then it's not going to be so easy anymore. But guess what? I've got Power Pack, BHN Power Pack websites, and we prove that the irreversible is reversible. We prove that the impossible is I am possible. When you go to any practitioner or doctor and they tell you, guess what? This is as good as they can do. Guess what? That's as good as they can do. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to give you a guarantee that we're going to way surpass that. And I'm not just talking about the Cardio MedBed, I'm talking about everything else we do in the clinic. But today I want Marie to talk about just the way the Cardio MedBed works and why it's so effective. And when you hear this, the whole workings of it and why it's so effective, it's just totally logical. It's not like you're rolling the dice. It's not like you're taking a chance. Will it work? Maybe it won't work. Marie?
So this technology is not new. It was invented in the 1950s in China, of all places. And they used to use all sorts of hydraulics, and the machine would take up, a ton of space. And so one of our very early customers that acquired one of these devices was actually Asian. And he didn't acquire it from us. He acquired it from another company, and it took up a room size. But because he knew what it did, he had to have it. And so when we got into the space and we started building these devices on our own, he was overjoyed. Obviously, he was thrilled to have, and he purchased 3 of them from us right away. This is a person who believes in the therapy, who had studied it, and obviously was rooted in what it did. But it's very simple. It's incredibly simple. You know that our blood is oxygenated through our heart, and then it pumps through our arteries, and then then it comes back through our veins so that it could get cleaned and oxygenated and goes around our bodies again, correct? So what ends up happening with this device is, as you see, we've got Cynthia there that has one of our lovely patients hooked up. As you see, the patient is hooked up with the cuffs on the buttocks, the calves, and the thighs. And at a certain point, when the blood is ready to reach your heart in the oxygenation stage, those cuffs squeeze to 6 pounds per square inch and force the blood in your body to pump through your veins and back through your arteries in the opposite direction, forcing it in such a way that it opens up collateral passageways. Now, for example, you see a dam in a river, and then comes a strong storm, you're going to have other passageways where that blockage is going to be surpassed by other little streams. And so pretty much that's what ends up happening. Now, when you open up these passageways, you're giving the blood a chance to reach the extremities of the body, to oxygenate and to send oxygenated blood to areas of our body that have been closed down after years of eating poorly, after years of not moving well, after years of emotional and physical stress. And so what happens is you're basically giving your body all those nutrients that slowly but surely, as we are all dying eventually, slowly but surely these things are shutting down. So you're basically reversing what has taken place in so-called aging. And this is a device that has been in medical facilities, has been in hospitals. There are doctors that do believe in this therapy, of course, but then there are people and doctors who would rather not dedicate the time, who would rather cut open a patient and operate versus giving them a chance to slowly and gently have their body heal itself. And so as a result, we have all of these devices that have been swooped up by our brave heart people. And we only have a few of these left, unfortunately, because of Dr. Wolf's successful campaign for these devices. We are very, very, very proud of this therapy. And we want to see it continue, and we want it in the right hands of people who can actually use it and treat and heal people all over the country and all over the world.
Yeah, and if I can add to this, just know this, everyone. Your macro circulation would be your arteries and your veins. Okay? That takes up 26% of your body circulation. Okay? What do you think the other 74 is? It's your microcirculation. What happens when we actually use this and we are moving 60% of the blood upward, and then so when the heart beats, there's no contraction. In between the heartbeat, there's a contraction. So it really teaches people how to be patient, how to learn their calm, how to be centered. I mean, that's one of the things this teaches you. You have a negative thought, and it, as soon as you're back to being centered and aligned in spirit, it's just that's your heart. As soon as you have one little negative thought, it's the most amazing thing you'll ever see. Then it goes, and you can see, then you realign yourself. So that's a really great thing, but understand this. Okay, so what do you think the other 74% is happening? You got to understand, we've got major highways called arteries and veins. That would be main highways that go through the city, around the city, right? And then you've got your small streets and you've got your driveways. Look at that as the microcirculation. And what do you think's happening? Well, we're cleaning that up. We're cleaning that out. We're opening up microcirculation areas that are shutting down. You're going to reopen them up. So right down to the smallest area, into the smallest area of the body, you're now bringing back in the nutrition, in the oxygen, and getting rid of the toxins. Okay? And just so you know, everyone, go do some science. Now, this is real science, and most people don't get this. Do you want to work out now? Would you like to have your loved ones hang around a little longer? Did you know that 1 hour, okay, of the proper exercise, okay, so you don't have to use a cardio med bed, will give you 3 hours life extension? Go do your homework. And now we know that cardio med bed is the most powerful exercise you can do for an hour. What do you think you're doing? You're getting life extension. Now, we're reaching out. I'm reaching out today because this has kind of come to us that we've kind of, we're running out of inventory, but we're already working on anybody who actually wants a cardio med bed. Once the inventory looks like it's gone, there'll be other ones. There'll be people giving them up. They'll have to get in line. And then we're also looking at creating, but now we're looking at brand new equipment, which is going to cost more. But I'm not going to stop, because understand something: cell-sonic regeneration and cardio med bed, Wolf non-surgical, the nutraceuticals, the perfect day diet. There's no clinic that I know of that can come even close to us. And the reality is this: I know when I have something powerful, because we see miracles happening all the time. Marie?
That is true. And I don't know how long cell-sonic has been around, but the MedBed has been around for 75 years.
25 years cell-sonic's been around.
So between these two products, we've got some proven track records, right? We are not making up the science. The science is being created every single day. So I think that true, yes, these devices are a little bit limited, but we aren't giving up as far as getting these into wherever and whomever wants to use them and believes in them. That is really, really important. I'd like to share a story, if I may. This is a personal story because it's one of our employees that occurred to one of our employees. There was one of our employees had a father who lived in the Midwest and fell out of his tractor and ran over half of his body by the tractor. This is terrible. He survived that terrible, terrible accident, but he damaged his heart. And unfortunately for this poor man, he used to hike, he used to walk all over his farm, he used to lift hail bales, and he used to ride his tractor. He was so active, would walk with his dog everywhere. And after he survived this horrible, horrible accident, he became incredibly depressed because they told him he probably would never walk again. He probably would never have the energy to do what he was going to do ever again. And interestingly enough, we found a place that would take him on an experimental basis to put him on this device. And this was 2 years post-accident, where he was just getting worse and worse and worse.
If
right?
I could say something, which means if it's 2 years post, everyone, we're talking about scar tissue galore. So if you can get at something, the sooner you can get at it, the less beef jerky, dehydrated it is, because inflamed, dehydrates the tissues. And so 2 years after it happened,
2 years post.
You want to get, as soon as the main inflammation comes down about 80%, okay? You can go hardcore, but you know what? Even if somebody's full of inflammation, you can go on a cardio med bed and do just 10 minutes and go on so gentle. You're not going to create more inflammation. You're going to gently go in and start moving their circulation, and it's like exercising. You're not going to go to the gym and work out for an hour the first time you ever did it, or when you buy your new running shoes. You're not going to go do a marathon, but you can take anyone. We can take anyone, doesn't matter the condition, and slowly and gently go in there, and guess what? You're going to see miracles happen. Marie, go ahead.
Exactly. Little at a time, you can build your way up to it. The compression does not have to be 6 pounds per square inch. It could be a little slower. You could be on the device a little less, just as long as you build your way up to it. So this lovely gentleman, you know, being incredibly depressed, being incredibly upset and angry that he didn't have that lifestyle. I mean, imagine having this wonderful active lifestyle and now you're in a chair. So this is just, it brings me such joy. We found the right facility that performed this therapy on him. And believe it or not, after 35 days, he was walking 1 hour a day, 5 days a week for 7 weeks. He was walking. He decided he wanted to go an extra 10 days. And little by little, when you're able to walk and you're able to move, you're able to build on that movement, right? Maybe today you walk to your mailbox, tomorrow you walk down to your neighbors, and pretty soon you're walking down the street, and pretty soon you're walking a mile, you're walking 2 miles. All of a sudden he was walking with his dog. All of a sudden he wasn't depressed anymore. He was happy. He had hope. And so he does this every year. And this happened about 7 years ago. He's still alive, when they pretty much told him he was not going to make it. So this is just one story, and this is a personal story because it's based on a story of, you know, in our family of, you know, in where I work. So there's lots of stories like this. And if these people are using it to survive and to extend life, imagine what a healthier person would experience. Imagine the benefits of starting now where you're at and reversing where you're at. Imagine how much better your life would be and how much more improved your life would be if you had an opportunity to use this device and benefit from it.
Absolutely. Why don't we, Cynthia, do you want to show it working?
It's very gentle.
Okay. You see, everyone, it's not aggressive. It is very gentle. And I know you may not believe this, but you're going to fall asleep. You're going to fall asleep. It's going to be so restful. What about the people who want to be in the best shape of their life? I'm telling you right now, okay? We have a cardio med bed right in my home because I know I'm not going to go do it. And that's how valuable it was for us to have it. And because I am going to live a very long life and a very strong life. I love pickleball. I love biking. I love swimming. I'm not going to be able to do that unless I do these things. And guess what? I want the edge. I want the cutting edge. What about the person like Marie was saying that, you know what, they don't walk much anymore? You know, I talked to a lovely lady who works for a clinic out of Dallas, and she has a limp, you know, and people feel like they're getting older. Well, you know, we talked about it yesterday about the cardio med bed. That clinic was thinking about getting one. And the reality is people don't understand the power of this device. They really, really do not. Okay? Marie?
Exactly. You can't, at a certain point, people, you can't lead them to, you know, you can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink. And unfortunately, some people don't want to put in the effort. And we have to assume the responsibility and take the accountability for our own lives, because no one is going to take care of us like we take care of us. I think at a certain point in time, it's a terrible thing to say, but my daughter says, survival of the fittest. And so I see the lions at Braveheart. They are the fittest, and they are surviving and thriving and building a nation of very healthy people. And
Absolutely.
I believe, this is very scary, but our pharmaceutical industry doesn't want healthy people. There's no business in health. There is no business in health. There's no business in pushing, and not pushing pills on people. And a person of my age, and I won't tell you my age, but it does start with a 5. But a person of my age, I should be on at least 5 pills already, right? Blood pressure, cholesterol, sugar pills, all of these things. And I don't take any pills whatsoever. I am not making the pharmaceutical companies any money, and they don't like that. But I guess what we're trying to promote here is there definitely are so many methods of putting your life back on track, putting your health back on track, so that you have an ability to live a full and wonderful and healthy life. If you're going to be here 5 years, if you're going to be here 10 years, if you're going to be here another 100 years, you want to live in good health. And so this is a great way to reverse anything that you are hoping to fix in your body. And I can't say enough good things about it. I really, there's just so much out there. You can do your own homework. You can just see that this device, in the 75 years it's been in the industry, is a genuinely worthwhile product to use and incorporate in your lives.
And understand, everybody, you know what? Do you know what people do when they first get their energy medicine device that is so life-changing? They always go the medical route because they think because it actually works, it's a breakthrough, that medicine is going to do it. But medicine has a chokehold called Big Pharma. I'm not going to go back to what Marie was saying, but that's why these cardio beds sat in the hospital. Understand, everyone, we have 2 cardio med beds at both of our clinics here in Mexico. We're in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. And we also have cardio med beds from other people, like in Texas, Florida, California, Canada. We've got a few cardio med beds there as well. Understand, if you go to bhnpowerpack.com, that's BHN, stands for Braveheart Nation, bhnpowerpack.com, or go on bhnapp.com and go into our world map. You're going to see the people that actually bought cardio med beds. We actually sold now to Australia 7 cardio med beds. All right, people get this. Just think about them. They had to ship the bed all the way to Australia, and the work and the government paperwork that it took to actually get these beds into Australia. Anyways, do you want to show it one more time, Cynthia? And you'll see, everyone, that, yeah, the cuffs, you've got cuffs on your calves, up on your upper legs, and just around the lower pelvic area. And so now what we're doing is we're moving 60% of the blood flow around and in the body. So it's like the waves coming in, the waves going out, and you're flushing your system, okay, cleansing it and nourishing it. So that's the bottom line.
And the model is in great shape. What I didn't mention is that there are not medical facility, but sports medicine facilities all over the country that have 5, 10, 15 of these devices in their training rooms. One I can think of in California has 15 of them for sports. And after these athletes do a tremendous workout, they go on to these devices to to become, I guess, to restore their pre-exercise condition so that the next day they won't be sore and they'll be able to take on another workout.
It flushes all the lactic acid out of your body, okay? And it doesn't take an hour. It just takes a few minutes to just totally flush it out. So if you go, I want to be the best I can be at this sport. I want to be an athlete. This is the shortcut home, because understand, you're going to go and you're going to work out, and what you're going to do is tear muscle down to build muscle up. So when you tear muscle down, it's called a waste product of lactic acid. So the next day you're sore and you go, oh, I got to push myself to go work out. Well, whether you're going to work out the next day or not, by just getting on a cardio med bed for a few minutes, you flushed all the lactic acid out. So now you got all the benefits of working out without the downside.
Exactly, exactly. And to your point, there are a lot of athletes that have taken this device and purchased it for personal use because they understand the benefits of using this as an add-on to their workout. And interestingly enough, we've always said someone can go and lift weights, and someone can go onto this device and then go on to try to lift weights, and you wouldn't be able to do it. But you could lift weights and do a whole workout and then come back to this device, and it would restore whatever you've just broken down. So you can exercise and then go on to the bed and you would be fine, but you can't go on the bed and then exercise because you would not even be able to do a squat. That's how powerful this therapy is.
Because you just did the most powerful workout in your life, and your body says, okay, you worked this out, okay? Now we chill.
Yeah.
Now we chill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Marie, is there anything you want to leave everybody with?
I have been in this industry for the longest time. I love and believe in this therapy. If I ever need it for a medical condition, I would want it for myself. I would want it for my family. I want one in my house. I want everyone to have one. Unfortunately, we can't put it in a smaller package. I'd like to say, if you don't mind me saying, that the device in your clinic is beautiful. I know that you recently acquired that, and that's pretty much the condition that they come in, right?
They come brand new, mint, or we're not going to touch them. There's lots of cardio med beds. Unless they look like they just came off the deck, we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
And that is a used bed, right? That's a used bed, and it looks beautiful in your.
If I can say this, Marie, even though it's a used bed, we give a 2-year warranty, and a brand new bed has 1. We give it 2 years, so we're not fooling around here. We're trying to create power pack places all over the world, because guess what? It's always been about circulation. If you had perfect circulation, what would you have, everyone? I'll leave it up to you. Can we show the bed one more time, Cynthia? I promise I won't talk. Go ahead. So there you have it, everyone. It's as simple as that, okay? It's as simple as that, okay? And know this, okay? Todd's not in pain. He's just kicking back and going, well, thanks a lot, Daryl. I get to have a cardio med bed, and I'm getting paid at the same time. There you go. Marie?
He's a lucky guy, huh?
Yeah.
We could all just be that relaxed. But it's really gentle, and it's as simple as that. I wish all of you the greatest luck. If you do want one of these devices, you will have to wait a little bit, but it's worth having. I get really selfish and greedy. I would want to scoop one of these up and put my name on the list. And if you have to wait, you have to wait. Simple as that.
And I'm even more selfish. I want everyone to have a cardio med bed and a cell sonic regeneration, because understand, everyone, I'm just going to put it out there. You're not going to find anybody that's going to support you as much as me. We're going to give you a $10,000 training with BHN University, and that's us. And that training will be like Wolf non-surgical certified. That's a full 12-day course of the most powerful body work. You're going to get whole life coach certified, which is a 9-day intensive with me on emotional, nutritional, physical level. And then for the women, you're going to get a 3-day advanced masterclass training all about the whole downstairs of a woman and how to totally restore it. And then you know what? You can come on all our Q&As, all our questions. You can come on our BHM Power Pack show. We want to show the world that we've been screwed over, okay? This is the real health, everyone. This is the real health. This is the wealth. Cellsonic regeneration, 25,000 volts, put into a love harmonic, creating the electricity all the way down to the mitochondrial level to repair the cells, to shut down stage 4 inflammation. And then you've got the cardio MedBed that gives you perfect circulation. Do I need to say more? I don't think so. If you want to get in touch with me, though, you can contact me directly at 469-861-9454. That's my USA, Texas phone number, so you can call it direct, even though I'm here in Mexico, or you can call me on WhatsApp or at 855-900-4544, extension 5. Marie, is there anything else you'd like to add for everybody?
I just want everybody to do their own homework and to know that this isn't something new. It's something that's been in the industry for such a long time. And everyone's waking up to this. And I guess we had to go through a dark period. And now we're going through an enlightened period. We had to go through a dark period, always relying on big pharma to take care of us, or to listen to our doctors to tell us and follow their orders, doctor's orders, right?
Yep.
Now we take our own orders. We make our own orders. We make up our own decisions for our own health. We take accountability and responsibility for ourselves. And we know that we don't need anyone to tell us how to live a good life. We have a lot of tools out there that are going to help us do it. And we don't have to rely on the traditional medicine that is out there. That's, it could help, and it also hurts us sometimes as well, right?
Absolutely. So. Talking about dark, back in 1910, the AMA was almost bankrupt, and the Rockefellers gave $100 million to the AMA and said, if you can shut down 110 colleges and universities that practice natural health, then we'll make sure that you have all the money you need for the rest of history. And what most people don't know is that in 1901, they declared war on energy medicine equipment. People like Tesla, people like Rice, all of the other scientists, and they came after them and they broke them. They destroyed their clinics, they destroyed their research. And understand, energy medicine, such as devices like this and other ones, they had to go underground or they were totally wiped out, just like the 110 colleges and universities. And so Marie is telling you the God's truth. If you go into my library at bhnapp.com and you take a look at the medical mafia, I give you the whole story about this, and it's all factual. Marie, thank you so much for coming on today.
My pleasure. Anytime. Looking forward to doing this again soon.
Oh, we will in 2 weeks. Have a beautiful day, love. God bless.
Bye-bye.
So how crazy is this? We had a conversation yesterday, and we just have to slow our pace down, and people will have to be patient, and we'll keep on searching for these cardio med beds, and there's always a way. But let me know if you're interested. And if you're interested in getting a treatment and you do not find someone with a cardio med bed in your area or Cellsonic regeneration, just call me and I'll have my staff take a look. Maybe they're not on the map, or I'll let you know who's closest to you. We're in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo. We have the DOD 5-star. If you go to DOD5star.com, you'll take a look at our whole retreat resort. And then also where we have our big studio here, we also have another treatment center here with everything that we have there as well, because it's an overflow. So people who actually come and stay at our retreat center, okay, they actually utilize that there. And then people who stay in other hotels or Airbnbs, when they come down here, they come to this treatment center. All right. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today. And if you take a look, I'm going to go through this quickly. This lays out what we do for you. This lays out all of our promises to you, because understand something. This is my passion and my purpose. I want BHN Power Pack clinics all over the world. I do. And we're going to keep on working on this. This is the cell sonic regeneration. If you've never seen it before, go to bhnpowerpack.com and read up on it. Again, this is what you get. You don't just get the device. And understand something, everybody. I know you don't believe me, but we did not build the price higher to give you all this, okay? You can check around. You're never going to find a cardio MedBed for $35,000 plus $10,000 in training. That $10,000 in training is kind of selfish on my part. I just want to prove to the world that we all were sucker punched, and that healthcare is so superficial, and people actually believe that they need to get old, they need to limp, they need to take drugs, they need surgery. We're going to be in the hospital, out of the hospital, until we go to hospice or an old age home. What a crock. What a crock. It's not true. You bought the wrong story, okay? All right? So this is the BHN Power Pack healing that we talk about. And again, it just tells what everything we're going to live up to. Everything from getting wholesale with our products, all the trainings we do, and all the online Q&As are all free, okay? All right, we sell to practitioners, doctors, gym spas, patients, and clients, all right? And understand, everybody should be able to access all of this. You know, they made it seem like, you know what, it's only for the few, and you have to be so smart, and you got to spend so much money and get yourself into so much debt. And we can prove to you that we have the perfect business model, okay? All right, because it actually works, okay? Here's our Braveheart Nation app. Please go test drive it. Tell me what you think. And I do mean tell me what you think. We rise together. And the perfect day guide, you'll find that in the BHN app, or you can order your own, okay? Your own paperback. And that's this right here. This is the perfect day. It's $95. You're paying for just the cost of making it and shipping it to your door, okay? This is beyond anything you've ever read. I promise you that. And I want to hear your comments, all right? Self-care is the only care. Self-love is the only love. And you know what? The majority of the population will never, ever get this. They'll never get this, okay? I don't know how long it's going to take for them, but guess what? You could get it today, all right? I promise you that loving yourself and caring for yourself is the only way that you can master life on this life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. So learn how to fly, everyone. Together we are stronger, and we are Braveheart Nation. And this platform is for everyone in the world. All colors, all races, all religions. It doesn't matter. It's called unconditional love. And that's the only thing and the only law we have is unconditional love for ourselves and others. God bless everyone. And I'm going to let you take a look at it. This is called the Braveheart Oath. It took me a long time to put this together and write it. And this is for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are. This should offend no one, but it should touch the God spot in everyone's heart. Please take the time to read it. And thanks for joining me today. Be well. 3, 2, 1. We have this, Bravehearts.